Hey, what is going on, everybody? Once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's live stream, what we're going to do is we are going to be. I actually need to. I'm working on a video and I need to get. As you guys can see, I am running out of coins, and I actually want to get the Juggernaut's ability, which will cost me 10,000 coins, which of course I do not have. So I thought, you know what, let's do a live stream. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I think this will be a win-win situation where I get to grind and you guys get to see me get some coins and probably get a sneak peek as to the video that I'm going to be working next. Welcome everybody to live stream. And oh no, wait, hold on. Oh, I used the wrong deck. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Goes to team, and there you go. That's much better. And then let's go back. Oh, that sucks. I wasted 2 fuels there. But we're going to go back, and I will try to get as many coins as I can within an hour. Let's see how many coins we can get within an hour and see how well we're going to do here. So first of all, to grind, as you guys know, this is by far the best mission that we can do. And essentially, what you want to do is you want to use a melee unit. That way you get rage points, and then from there you take Austin out, and from there pretty much he will do all of the work. You guys will see that the zombie dogs, they try to get to the school bus, and I really do not care about them because Bill should be able to get rid of them. All I'm caring right now is getting rid of all of the zombies using Austin, which will give me a lot of coins. Like I said, this is by far. There are 2 other missions that you guys can use, but I have found that this has been the mission that I use that always gets me the most coins, and it's the easiest way to do it. Thank you for tuning in the ultimate Unify challenge. Thank you for stopping by before going to bed. Like I said, I'm pretty much what I'm doing with today's live stream is we're going to be grinding as many coins as we can. That way we can get ready. Well, actually, we can also get ready for the update, because the update, we did get a lot of so the developers did a Q&A over on Reddit, and they actually replied to all of those questions. And it seems that there was a lot of good information there, and unfortunately some bad one as well. And that is because I believe someone asked the developer if they were working on new stages. And as you guys know, they did a sneak peek to what I initially thought was going to be the next stage or the next location, but it turns out that that's not going to be, that's not going to be a new location. That's actually going to be a new mode where they're going to be utilizing the welder. I'm really looking forward to see what they're going to do there. So disappointed that they're not going to release a new update. The ETA for the new update is supposed to be May 2023, and of course that can be delayed as well. We don't know if it's going to be middle of May, we don't know if it's going to be late May. But what we do know is we are not going to be getting a new stage. There are a lot of awesome things that they're working on that are going to be super useful, especially the filters. As you guys know right now, if you go and try to grind items, it can get very cumbersome fairly quick, because you get a lot of items and you don't end up using all of them. What I normally do is, once I get a new item, I don't grind just to grind. For the most part, I always do it with a purpose. So when I'm looking for a specific item that will give me the end result that I'm looking for, what I do is I rare keys when I have them, and once I get the item that I'm looking for, I immediately pick that item and it start upgrading it right away. And I just pretty much just use, as you guys know, for upgrading items you have to use all the items. So I pretty much just sacrifice all of the items that I don't really need. But sometimes while you're doing that, sometimes you can actually use the items that you do want to use indeed, which is not good. So what I would like them to do is, at least for this, is to use a filter that will allow us to, let's say I want to upgrade this legendary item, but I only want to use all of the regular items that I have on my deck, which, not a deck, but on the items, which I will not normally use. So what I try to do there is I will try to, at least with the filter, that will make things easier for us. So that's one of the things that they're working on. I also did see that for the Christmas, I know it's still far away, but for the Christmas event as well as the Halloween event, they're actually going to be doing it differently. I'm not sure what that means, but it could be that we, instead of just getting the recycled units that we get, we have been getting the previous years, we might get new units. That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe there's going to be a twist there where there might be a different mechanic to the gameplay altogether. They also talked about the nerfs, and they also confirmed that for the farmer, the unit, the farmer, that was indeed a bug. They did not intended the unit to have the ability where they can just use the ability over and over again without a cooldown. That was confirmed to be a bug. They did talk a lot about the future for Datahead Zombie Warfare. Oh, they also talked about one of the questions that came up as well was they were asking if we were going to be getting more cutscenes or a more story-driven story. And at the moment, that's not something that they are working on, which is sad that they're not doing that. But also, they didn't deny that they will be working on that altogether. What they said is that that's not the main priority right now. So eventually, they might actually do it, focus on it more. But for the time being, that's not one of the things that they are going to be working on. So let me go back here so I can talk more about what we should be expecting, because they actually did a really good job. I think this year is going to be, like I said before, it's going to be a great year for Datahead Zombie Warfare. Mainly because it seems like also they confirm, somebody asked, okay, so what happened to the game a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, where you guys were not doing updates? And one of the things that they said in regards to that question was that their development team has grown. So they have more time to actually, let's actually kill this guy because I don't need him. They actually have more time to so what the development I was gonna say, but their development staff grew, so they have more resources to do more updates, which is great. And so the update should be coming next month, and after that, it seems like the updates do take a while. So one of the questions asked, how long does an update normally take? But it depends how big the update is. But they said it could take up to 6 months, 3 to 6 months, which is a long time. But at least it gives us some expectation as to what we should be expecting after this new update drops in May, and even some of the things that they could be working on next. So let's actually go down here, and what I will try to do is I saw someone posted a compilation of all of the questions and answered, the most interesting one at least, that they saw. Okay, there you go, I found it here. Shout out to EX Brownie Pony guy. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, okay, so this was one of the disappointing questions too. So someone asked, what will happen to PvP? Will they ever try to, let's say, do a new mode or try to fix the current issues that we have with the PvP mode, or will they ever do a PvP mode altogether? And the question for that is, at least at the moment, this could also change, but I wouldn't keep my hopes up. No, so with PvP, what happens is they never intended Dead Ahead Zombie Warfare to be a PvP game. So in that regard, they are not. It's not a priority for them to focus on doing PvP content. We're actually almost getting ready to hit 10,000 coins, so we can actually get that ability. Okay, so let's see what else they show here. Smoker is not coming back. I actually do not know what unit that was. At least I don't remember that unit being. I don't know. I actually don't remember what that unit was. So I guess that's one of the questions that people kept asking, if the Smoker coming back. I have no idea who this Smoker is. Let's see. Do I still have coins? Oh, at the moment. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. Oh, so another interesting question too that came up was, are people allowed to use Dead Ahead Zombie Warfare game assets or like art and things like that? And they said that yes, you are allowed to use game assets like sprites, characters, and all that good stuff, as long as you do not monetize whatever the game is. And actually, I saw a fan-made game that I actually want to do a video about that looks really interesting, but I haven't had the time to do that. But if you guys ever wanted to dig into the Dead Ahead files and use some of the art stuff that they have in there, you can definitely do so, as long as you do not monetize the game. One of the questions that also came up too is, are there going to be skins for all the units? And the answer to that is yes. The developers want to, or the art director or whoever is behind doing the art, they want to at least have one skin per unit. So we should be at least expecting one skin per unit. Item filters, like I mentioned, that it's being worked on. Consider again. They initially didn't think that they were going to do it because they don't like cumbersome UI. But what they have found is, now that items are growing and items are being utilized more, yeah, they're going to work on that. And something also really interesting that came up as well was the question about having Dead Ahead Zombie Warfare on PC, which I thought was very interesting. And there's actually a game or a port being developed, but it's going to be for web browsers. So I'm not sure how that is going to work. Welcome to live stream, everybody. Welcome to live stream, Daniel. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Yeah, that's very interesting. How is it? I actually saw a Naruto game that was web-based, but I think they eventually ended up doing an app for it. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I mean, I'm pretty sure that web browsing technology has come far, but that's a really interesting way that they decided to go with a web version rather than a regular game, like an exe file or installer or something, or like a bundle. So I thought that was really interesting. No different gameplay mechanics are planned for the main game, which sucks. That's one of the questions that was confirmed. Like I said, more cutscenes and bosses is something that they want to do, but it's not a top priority. A new event is coming. Like I said, it's confirmed that it's going to be the welder, whatever they call it, whichever that event is going to be. It's going to be an event where you are going to be utilizing the welder, which is going to be very interesting. I hope that they actually take the time to develop um, the other event, and the reason for that is because I will hate for them to use the same mechanics that we pretty much have for the other events. So like maybe something. I don't want something similar. Come up with something more interesting. Something that will. It's going to utilize the welder somehow, but utilize the welder in a way that it makes it fun and interesting for us, the players. So yeah, that's on the pipeline as well. They also people asked to remove the timer on the regular events, and the way that they answer this question is the reason why that we have a timer is because to balance the event. I think that's what I gathered from what they're saying, because if they don't have a timer, it can get super crazy. So that's why they have a timer. If they can find a way to balance the event without a timer, they will remove the timer. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. May 23 is when we should be expecting the update. Balance changes are coming as well. They're going to buff and nerf some units. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to go about doing that. I know one of the concerns that people were bringing up was I forgot the unit, I forgot the name of the unit, but there's a special unit that we use, the TMF, one of the TMF units. ROG, yeah, the ROG is one of those units that's kind of powerful, so they're going to nerf it in a way that is fair. So team powers are going to be improving as well, which is super awesome. I'm looking forward to see how that works. I'm actually looking at a video for that, so stay tuned for that. Each unit might get more than 3 skins one day, but that's way into the future, so don't like I said, we should be at least expecting at least 1 skin per unit. The developers are trying to figure out a way to get rid of items that we do not need, items that we have too much of, which I think will be awesome. Because another thing that came back from this Q&A that people were a little disappointed as well was the selling. That's not coming back. They are going to try to make it so we can get more coins, I guess, but selling is not coming back. In the same token, one of the things that came up from this as well was, are they going to make it easier for us to are they going to make it easier for us to get courage points and make it easier for us to upgrade our units? And the question to that was, they are looking into ways in which we can get more courage points. Not courage points. What am I talking about? Upgrade points. A more fair way to get courage points. Okay, I think I need to go back outside and get... Actually, I have one more, so let's go ahead and do that. Let me go here. I do apologize for that. So we're going to go back here. Let me use this. Okay, so let's keep going down the list. See all of the fun stuff that we should be expecting for the next update. Which, if you guys are just tuning in, we should be expecting the next update to come up in May. I don't know if it's going to be early May, mid-May. Hopefully early May. That would be awesome if they can, or maybe even earlier. But yeah, that's when they're expecting it. It could go until June. We don't know. So keep your expectation low. So we should be expecting a new update next month. Yeah, they do not like complicated UIs. They are working on that. Oh, this is kind of annoying. So, not annoying, but it's kind of sad to get it confirmed. But they are no longer developing Datahead 1. So if you guys ever hope that we were going to get any updates sometime soon for Datahead 1, that is not happening. Datahead 1 is dead. It's gone for good. But funny enough, if you guys go on YouTube and you do a search for Datahead Zone, it's essentially a game that apparently is still in development, which is a multiplayer game based on the Datahead universe, which looks interesting, and somehow that is still in development. So I don't know. So I thought that was very interesting how we still have Datahead Zone. If you guys go on YouTube and you do a search for it, you guys cannot miss it. But yeah, it looks interesting, but it looks kind of goofy though. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, it looks better than what it looks on YouTube right now. Oh, something really interesting too as well. We did get a sneak peek couple weeks, 2 weeks ago. So for the bosses, we're actually going to be getting new abilities, which I think is pretty cool, and new equipment. Now, I talked about this on my previous update video, and I think this has great potential to make it so we can have some twists to the gameplay, where if we can have some kind of equipment that can make our school bus stronger, or even one of the things that I thought about was, or even allowing us to take have an extra 1 or 2, I think 2 will be too much, but having another slot where we can have like an extra unit, or even let's say we don't have like another slot that we can use for an extra unit, at least have one that we can use specifically for items rather than units. I think that would be cool. But I think it's gonna be really interesting to see how they want to implement that. Before we jump forward, let's go ahead and go here, and it's actually by this, which is the main reason why I wanted to do this. So awesome. So now that, but now I don't have many coins, so let's go back and get some more. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? The console port is also no longer being developed. I actually got a free code. Oh, I did this again. I actually got a free code for Datahead Zombie Warfare for the Xbox. I will not recommend you guys spend your money on that, because that game is not meant to be played on consoles. And it was actually a nightmare. I would never, like, I only played that game a couple times. Like, nah, this is one, the graphics, there was nothing new on the console side that will make me play the game over the iOS or Android version, and it costs $20 too, so don't even waste your money on that. Yeah, do not do that. So it sucks that, actually it doesn't suck because that game was pretty terrible, so don't waste your money on the console version of Datahead Zombie Warfare. It's trash. It's really hard to maneuver. It's really hard to play. Something interesting too that I saw here. No more news from Facebook, so I don't know. I guess their Facebook page is no longer going to be used. I guess they're gonna be using Reddit for now on, which it seems like they have a bigger following on Reddit anyway. But I don't see why they couldn't utilize both. They are considering adding custom speech bubbles for different units. I think that'll be interesting. Not something that I'm looking forward to. Like, it doesn't. It will. I don't see how that will add value to me, honestly. But if they're working on it and they can just be, it's like an easy add, and they can do it. Sure. The Wilder teaser from the upcoming content post was a new event, which we already discussed. We're supposed to be getting a new event. Hopefully, we'll get it in May. Hopefully, soon. The Halloween and Christmas event this year will be unique and different. Like I said, this is going to be very interesting. I wonder if they're going to be using the same mechanics but different units. Or they're going to be using... They're going to somehow make the gameplay for those two events different. We're too far away from Halloween, we're too far away from Christmas, so they have time to figure that out. The new item set teams in the upcoming update are going to be built for skirmish? Question mark? Really? Question mark? Not sure what that means. I don't play that mode. I think it's broken. It's good when you're trying to get some coins, some free coins. But other than that, I do not play that, so I don't really care. The dev team does not speak Japanese. I'm not surprised. Developers do look at the subreddit a lot for ideas, fan concepts, and all that good stuff. So if you guys have any ideas that you want to, hopefully get to developers. Seems like Reddit is the way to go. No more languages are planned to be added. I think they have a lot at the moment. They have English, Spanish. I know those two for sure. But yeah. So for people that were wondering about play testing the game, they actually have an internal QA, quality assurance team. So there's no way for us to get a play test of the update. No sandbox mode will be added, which some people are hoping for that. Oh, something interesting that came up from this too as well. Some people asked if this will ever be an endless mode. And at the moment, there's no priority for that. So I'm not surprised. But if they ever do it, I think that could be very, very interesting. No level editor, even more magic. Oh, even more tragic. No, not magic. Yeah, so no. Do you know that could have been? I think that would be good if they can somehow make it so they allow us to build custom maps. Like I know a lot of the games are doing that nowadays, like Fortnite. They allow you to build your own maps and stuff. I think that would be cool. But I do know that there's a lot of work that will go into that, into putting in a level editor and make it so people can publish their own levels, so people can play them and all that fun stuff. I think that's a great idea, but I know that's a huge undertaking, so I'm not expecting it to be done at all, if anytime soon. No friend list either, which I think is very interesting too. Yeah, it seems like Datahead is not built for multiplayer at all. It's more of a story-driven game, but it's not even a very story-driven game in the first place. We have a few concepts here and there, but it's just a mobile game, if you will, that I happen to like a lot. Oh, Jailer's a special ability. Apparently somebody guessed what that special ability is going to be. I'm looking forward to see how it's going to work, and if you guys saw last video as well, and on the teaser that the developers did, all of the units should have a special ability for the next update. So more reason for me to come here and start grinding coins, because each ability will cost, hopefully they make it less, like 5k I think will be reasonable, but it seems like abilities cost 10k, and there's so many units still there that I do not have, that they still do not have abilities. So it's going to, well, I'm not going to waste my money on special abilities that I don't think are worth it, but hopefully they are, and we can utilize those and take advantage of that as well. So that is pretty much what I have from this list. Let me just go up to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Let's go ahead and go back here. No new units are coming to Deadhead Zombie Warfare from the first game. So if you guys are hoping to see that, that is not happening. They want to do a new game plus, but that is long way into the future. So do not expect to see a game plus in a while. Sucks that we're not going to get new stage, but that's going to be happening soon. I honestly do not know why they're, well, I'm not a developer, so I don't understand what goes behind the scenes, but I feel like by now we should have gotten a new stage. Once again, a web version of Deadhead Zombie Warfare is in development, which I think is freaking weird, but we'll see when that comes out. If they find a way to balance all events, I will try to get rid of the timer. Just recapping, May 23rd is when we should be expecting the new update. Buff to Grenadier and Queen's Grenadier are planned, which is awesome. As you guys know, Queen has a pretty cool ability where you tap on her icon and she shoots a grenade, which I think is pretty cool. Valentines are coming, of course, so expect units to be nerfed, some units to be buffed. Team powers are going to be a lot better now. Hopefully, we'll see once the update drops. They want every unit to at least have one skin. Very disappointing. Skin prices are not being decreased. So if you guys were hoping for skins to cost less monies, that's not coming. Sorry, guys. They are figuring out more ways for us to earn power points, which I think will be beneficial because as of right now, it's very time consuming. It takes a lot of power points to upgrade our units. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I think this has been fun. I will try to hopefully get more coins, and I will be dropping a video out for you guys soon. And I will see you guys on the